Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Sports Doyen. We saw an exciting eliminator with Sunrisers Hyderabad coming out victorious against Royal Challengers Bangalore, and they will play Delhi Capitals, who lost to Mumbai Indians in Qualifier 1 in the Qualifier 2. So that would be a really mouth-watering clash between two magnificent teams, two teams who have rather been on the opposite end of the form table, but they are here with one match away from being in the final. This is your host Prathamesh, and I'm joined with by Kushagra and with Akshay. Hello, guys! Exciting IPL tournament so far, and we're getting to the last two matches now. So, what are your initial thoughts on how what we can look forward to in this game?
Hi, Pratmesh. Hi, Akshay. First of all, a very warm welcome to Akshay. Akshay, welcome to the channel.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'll just a couple of words from me, and I'll come to Akshay, and then we can go to Akshay, Pratmesh. I feel especially after yesterday's match against RCB, Sunrisers are the form team in the tournament. They defeated teams that were placed 1, 2, and 3 in that order in the last three matches that they played. Now they've defeated a team that finished fourth, which was third, which finished fourth because they finished third. And now they take on the team which finished second. If they beat them, they'll go on to the team that finished first. So it's a reversal of the order that they defeated teams in that. And in terms of coming into form and momentum, I think Hyderabad are the clear favorites. And I'm very impressed by the combinations that they finally managed to pick, because I feel for good 60% of the tournament they were picking a team which was not helping them at all.
Yeah.
So, Akshay, what would be your initial golden words on the Sports Doyen?
Thank you guys for inviting. Or let's talk about SRH now. SRH had an injury, Mitchell Marsh. That was a
uh,
turning point. That was a turning point. They called up Jason Holder, and we have seen since he's gelled up with the team how well SRH has been performing, and they are getting those wins, those important wins. Their form has been exceptional, as Kushagra just mentioned, and I think they are in form. They can beat any side uh, in this competition, and they've beaten like the top favorites of the tournament. Obviously, MI had a weakened side against SRH in the last game, but I feel SRH, in terms of their quality in bowling, has a better side than MI. I feel that because in the last few games they are performing well, better than MI in that department. Obviously, MI is overall a best team in this tournament, but SRH I think it's up there with them.
And
Also,
yeah,
also
talking,
Akshay, adding to Akshay's point, I know we are talking about SRH versus
Yeah.
DC here, but
yeah,
adding to Akshay's point, I think this Saha Rohit conundrum also makes a big difference for MI versus SRH.
Yeah.
If Rohit is fully fit and if Rohit is able to play out those initial 5 to 7 balls, I feel he needs to play out 1 or 2 overs, because I don't think
Yeah.
he's in rhythm. It's been a long time since he's had time on the pitch, and I feel if he's able to see out maybe 1 or 2 overs, then you'll see the free flowing Rohit. And it's the same with Saha. If his groin injury holds up, I think even though Goswami did not have a massive negative impact on SRH, and he took a couple of decent catches as well,
yeah.
but still, Saha
Yeah.
is just like a pocket dynamite. So, and plus he has got an amazing playoff record.
Yeah, and they do say the sun rises from the east one day, and he's like the
Yeah.
eastern star of West
Ah,
Bengal, and he's done some. I think it's probably that sunrise of Wriddhiman Sar that's brought them here. I mean, 4 games,
Yeah.
214 runs, exceptional record in the IPL this season. But the question marks over his form, rather his fitness, will are like lingering huge over Sunrisers right now. So I think there were questions whether Kane Williamson, after his performance, this magnificent batting performance, rather, who just guided home SRH with like almost as much nonchalance as you would expect from Kane, whether strong contender to open the batting in case Virdiman Sar actually doesn't make it into the team because of his injury. And also they have the question mark over Priyam Garg, who always keeps on having hit and miss games, and the same is with Abhishek Sharma, who would be his likely replacement. So coming to you, Akshay, would you want to tinker with those positions?
Personally, if you're asking about Priyam Garg, I don't think he's in form, and I feel Abhishek Sharma is a better option than Priyam Garg. He provides an option with the ball, and obviously, I feel personally he's a better fielder, and I've seen him bat well. So I would prefer Abhishek Sharma over Priyam Garg. If we are getting to the end game, we are now in the last stages of the tournament, and you want your perfect 11. Obviously, you don't want to risk too much. Like you said, Kane Williamson can open. We have seen him open for SRH in this season too. So I think that could be an option that could be used this season. So we'll see what happens.
And the batting conundrum for SRH almost like
Huh.
looks at it comes up every now and again. No matter how good their players are playing, someone gets injured, someone suddenly goes out of form. But their bowling has been one aspect that's been pretty impressive, and it was
Yeah,
impressive against RCB as well. The likes of Natarajan, Rashid, even Sandeep
Sandeep.
Sharma. I think he had a good game. Nadeem had a good game. So Kushagra, looking at their bowling, how good a chance do they stand against Delhi to restrict them to a lower score?
I think the bowling with SRH, see, most important aspect of it is almost all of their bowlers are in form. And even though they lost Bhuvi at the very, very start of the tournament, then as Akshay was telling us, they lost Mitchell Marsh. And, I'm sure the team manager must have planned to utilize him for 2 to 3 overs at least every match. Just a second, sorry. So yeah, so with the loss of Mitchell Mas and of course Bhuvneshwar Kumar, you saw how it impacted them at the early stages of the tournament. But again, I'll come back to the players that have been introduced into the team over the last 5 to 6 matches. Jason Holder has been vital, because with Bhuvneshwar Kumar going out, they could not bank on someone for those opening 2 to 3 over spells, and in which even yesterday you saw Jason Holder tied up Virat Kohli and got his wicket. And I feel had Virat Kohli not gotten out, these guys wouldn't have folded up 130. Of course, because even though he did get out early yesterday with the singles he was taking with the ball, way he was striking the ball, he was looking so much better than he has done when he comes in the 12th over and he's trying to play out spinners. No, he doesn't start that well against spinners as he does against fast bowlers. That we have all seen that over the last 10 years. So that being one, plus Natarajan. Come on, man. I mean, how can you not talk about that guy? That middle stump, ABD's middle stump yesterday night, and not just that, of course, that will be his career highlight up until now. But he has been fantastic. Yesterday, I was going through stats. He's bowled twice as many Yorkers as the second guy in the tournament. I mean, the number of Yorkers and consistent Yorkers he's able to bowl is fantastic. You don't need to be 155. You can be 135, but if you're bowling it at the base of the stumps, it's very difficult. And as you saw yesterday, it's very difficult to score against him. Only when he misses. And the thing is, with a Yorker bowler, you would think that they would miss, but he doesn't. Last point about SRH is how can you forget Rashid Khan? That guy is like a crime against batting. How can he has a 5.3 economy rate this season? 5.3, Pratmesh. We see sometimes bowlers in test matches are not able to maintain that economy.
Yeah,
It's how I don't get it. And still he has taken 19 wickets. 5.3 shows batsmen are giving him respect. Then they're trying to play out his overs. Still out ho rahe hain yaar.
Yeah,
it's
about that wicket, the one against Ajinkya Rahane, the ball he bowled, was defending.
Yes.
Ajinkya Rahane is a top class test player. He was defending Rashid Khan. He got him out. So that tells you a lot about Rashid Khan. He's a world class bowler. And
Akshay, और भी हमने देखा कि I mean so many players. I remember against CSK. I think it was a forward defense by Dhoni or Kedar Jadhav. I don't remember. Ball went right through the head, cut the kille. I mean,
yeah.
it's just so he's such a good bowler. He's such a good bowler. I mean, no words. Best white ball spinner in the world. Best white ball spinner.
Big words, Kushagra. I think not many would disagree. It's difficult to disagree to that point. Lot of credit has to go to Rashid and the way he has taken those wickets, kept the economy tight. probably the most valuable player for SRH this season. And I'm glad that Akshay actually brought up the dismissal of Ajinkya Rahane, because we are going to go to Ajinkya Rahane's team now, Delhi
Yeah.
Capitals, and for them it's been like they were on top of the world at one point, and now it's just come crashing down, and they had that one good match after that, and then again it crashed down against Mumbai.
Yeah.
So for them, there are a lot of concerns then what would catch the eye. Kushagra, for you, I mean, being a Delhi fan, for me, Delhi being an adopted home, I'm listening to a lot of radio and a lot of chatter of Delhi Capitals rather becoming Delhi Daredevils again, in a way. So, a lot of question marks, but the biggest one seems to be Prithvi Shaw in many ways. Uh, how do you look at Prithvi Shaw's situation? Whether that is something that they could deal with Ajinkya Rahane?
See, with Delhi Daredevil, oh wow, Delhi Daredevil. See, imagine, even I have that, even I am making that mistake. With Delhi Capitals, they started off very well. Admittedly, they should have lost that Kings 11 Punjab match. They had no right to win it, but God knows what Jordan was doing there, and Mayank got unlucky, and everything else happened. Beyond that, they had a fantastic first. Again, I think they had the opposite story of Hyderabad. They had a fantastic 60-70% of the tournament, then a disastrous last 30% of the tournament. They couldn't do anything apart until that Bangalore match, in which Ajinkya Rane decided finally, chalo मैं एक innings खेल देता हूँ. ठीक है? And he played and he shepherded. He did what Kane Williamson did last night, essentially,
Yeah.
and he got them through and got them a victory. So he's very much capable of that. If 150, 160, maybe even 170 is the target, Ajinkya is your man. But if you have to set up a target, or if you have to chase something more than that, then Ajinkya becomes a bit of a liability. Then he has to be the player who plays through, and people around him have to keep hitting. What has happened with Delhi is, guys, that they've had people who've been in form for one match. Shimron Hetmeyer has played one very good innings. And beyond that, we've not really seen much. We've seen a couple of very good catches here and there, good fielding efforts here and there, but not consistent hitting or what would be needed for him. Prithvi Shaw has not even had that one match. That is the problem. Prithvi Shaw, I don't understand what has happened to him, because last year, under the same management, under the same coach, under the same setup, with the same batting partner as Dhawan, he was looking so much better than Dhawan. And he was looking like the guy who would stick around, who would play his shots. Now, both Dhawan and Pant, I don't know, either they have been told or it's a lack of confidence in their own ability. They're coming. Initially, what Prithvi Shaw tried to do was कि मैं 5 ball देखूंगा, 6 ball देखूंगा, फिर 7 ball से hit करूंगा. I've seen Prithvi Shaw for like 4 years now, 4 or 5 years now. I've never seen him to be someone जो wait करेगा. I've never seen him as someone who's decided, okay, fine, I will see the new ball through, then I'll hit the bad balls. He's always been the guy, if the ball's been there, he's there to hit, whether it's the first ball of the test match or whether it's the last ball of the day. He will hit it. If you remember his debut innings, the very first ball he faces, he cover punches it for 3. And that's Prithvi Shaw. So I don't understand what is it. Maybe it's a change of approach. Maybe it's a drop in confidence, because both these players have not really helped their case. Prithvi Shaw has had various issues. I think you both, being from Mumbai, would know better than me. But
Yeah.
Prithvi Shaw has had attitude problems with the NCA. Prithvi Shaw has had not exactly a doping test, though that violation was very serious. That BCCI covered up. Then he's had some instances around birthday parties as well. So Prithvi Shaw ko it's like he needs to look at, if no one else, he just needs to look at the guy who was in the opening slot before him. It was Mayank Agarwal. Look at where Mayank Agarwal's career has gone.
Yeah.
He left Delhi, but look at what he's done in the last 3 or 4 years. Prithvi Shaw needs to understand and aim for that, because if he doesn't do that, there are so many good openers coming in India. We've not talked about Devdutt Padikkal. We've not talked about Mayank and Rohit and Shikhar are not going anywhere. KL is vying for an opening spot. Then you've got people like Devdutt, you've got Shubman Gill, who makes runs for fun in 4-day cricket. Then you've got so many other players coming. Ruturaj Gaikwad, what a fantastic find.
Yeah.
And he's got a fantastic record for Maharashtra. So, I mean, Prithvi Shaw really needs to buck up. I know this season is probably a lost cause, but he really needs to buck up. And Rishabh Pant, I feel as a sportsman who is paid so much, and that is my grievance with a lot of players, with your favorite player as well. That is my grievance with him as well. If you are paid that amount of money, if your only job in life is to play a sport, up until the day you retire, the least the sport should expect from you is physical fitness. The least. I'm not even going most. Least. There is no excuse for not Prithvi Shaw. Prithvi Shaw has returned to it, but there is no excuse for Rishabh Pant to have come back with a point. There is no excuse for his stomach to be hanging out so far outside.
I mean, it's not as if
there is no excuse. He's just 22,
not as if
23.
I mean, I remember Rohit playing at 19 World Cup, and Rohit during 19 World Cup was pretty
2007 T20 World Cup cricket, Rohit Sharma, he was a haddi.
Yeah, he was a haddi.
And you know, kitna acha fielder tha us time pe. Ab to matlab he doesn't field in those positions, but he was a fantastic fielder.
Fantastic fielder. And now Rishabh Pant seems to have outgrown Rohit Sharma in so many ways with size. You know, he just looks a small, bulky.
I don't understand. I understand. Like, you know, coronavirus was difficult for people. Lockdown was difficult for people. पर यार आप प्रोफेशनल स्पोर्ट्समैन हो यार. 10-20 करोड़ का डील है आपके सर पे. क्या बात कर रहे हो आप? मतलब either you take it seriously or these deals go out in 2 years. 2-3 years later, no one remembers you.
Exactly. And that's one topic that we could rather do without, because the positivity that IPL has brought in is just getting vanished away with this. I
mean, this is the reality of Delhi. Delhi looks like a confused team.
Yeah.
Delhi is completely confused. They don't know. This is my last point. I know I've spoken for too long, but I was irritated by Delhi Capitals. I've been irritated last 6 matches because they have the team to win. They have the players to win. Look at how good Ashwin is bowling. Look at how good Akshar is bowling. And they had dropped Akshar beach mein. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it boggles your mind. Why?
Yeah.
How can you drop Akshar Patel? And last point, like, they opened with Daniel Sams in the first over. You've got Rabada and Nortje. Up Sams ko first over dete ho.
That was probably...
पूरा momentum वहीं set हुआ था मुंबई का.
Yeah.
वो डिकॉक ने क्या 3 या 4 चौके मारे थे उसके?
Yeah, 14. He scored 14, 15 in the first over.
3 4 and a double.
Yeah. So yeah, I think coming to the point which Kushagra wanted to talk about with Delhi, it's Delhi's bowling, because you talked about Daniel Sams conceding a lot of runs in that first over, and I think towards the entire match as well. You saw Kishan and Surya Kumar make a mockery of Nortje and Rabada in 2 matches which they played against Delhi. And, you know, they are going to be facing the might of Warner, Williamson, probably Wriddhiman Saha, who is in good touch. You know, also, you know, playing the likes of Holder, who is very good at the depth, you know, hitting those long handle shots. So how do you look at Delhi's bowling, Akshay? Because, you know, the bowling, which is probably considered to be one of the best in the tournaments, is somehow not able to click in the last few games. So how do you look at Delhi's bowling?
I mean, overall, they have performed well. But if you look at last few games, then their impact has faded out a bit. Because Rabada hasn't been able to make that impact as we have seen him do over the tournament. And even Nortje, we have seen him impact games, but last few games they have faded out, and I think batsmen are playing them really well. Like you said, De Kock played him really well, Surya Kumar played him really well, and the quality of David Warner, Kane Williamson, I think these guys can play the Nortje and Rabada really well. So I think there's a problem there, but I feel Ashwin is getting back into the form. Akshar Patel has been performing well. I don't know why they dropped him. Like Kushagra said, there was no reason to drop him. And I feel these spinners, they have to depend on them to get the wickets. They have to depend on them to create pressure against SRH, because SRH, if you look at that batting side, Manish Pandey, David Warner, Kane Williamson, they can play pace really well. They can struggle against Ashwin. We have seen them struggle. So that would be a issue for SRH, and DC could capitalize on those situations, those overs, how well they use Ashwin and Akshar Patel, because in middle overs that is going to be an important battle. How they manage Ashwin and Akshar Patel. If they get Ashwin to bowl early, then they have to expect a wicket there, because if
Yeah.
David Warner stays on during after that power play, then we know how devastating he can be, and he's one of the best batsmen we have had in this tournament.
I think with Ashwin, I could almost Kushagra just coming to you
Pratmesh,
as this
Pratmesh,
last point. Yeah, yeah.
before you come to me, just a question to Akshay. I think I asked you guys this last night when we were
Hmm.
discussing over a WhatsApp group. Akshay,
Yeah.
what do you think if Delhi, instead of playing someone like Daniel Sams, I know they need a fast bowler, but you have got Rabada and Nokia, and Stoinis can bowl a couple of overs if not more.
Yeah.
Instead of playing someone like Sams, you bring in a Sandeep Lamichhane, get in one more spinner for those middle overs.
Yeah, yeah.
You only said you said right, like
Yeah.
spinners maybe slow the pace down, make the batsman come after you, because
Yeah.
they have not played with a single leg spinner since Amit Mishra got injured. Just your thought. on that.
Exactly.
And that too, such a good player like Sandeep Lamichhane is just sitting there on the bench idle.
Yeah. Yeah. Delhi has got the depth, but they have to use it to get into the further stages of the tournament, and they haven't used him. That's an issue, because they'll have to use him now, because I feel like you said Daniel Sams hasn't had the impact as Delhi would have expected. Uh, Although fans didn't expect him to impact, but I feel Sandeep should get a chance now, because I think it's a do or die situation. They'll have to take a chance against SRH. SRH का form तो क्या बोले? SRH has been performing really well,
Yeah.
so Delhi have to think differently in this game.
Yes.
So, Akshay, if one last word on you from the Delhi Capitals
Yeah.
and the Sunrisers before I come to Kushagra. So, what do you expect out of this game? Is there any result prediction from your side?
Uh, Going by the form, I feel SRH are the favorites, but we have seen people underestimate SRH and then SRH rises from there. But right now, I think they are the favorites, so I don't know how the situation is going to be. But uh, just looking at the form, I feel SRH will go to the finals.
Yeah, Kushagra, I mean, I could almost visualize Ashwin bowling to Warner and bowling to Williamson with a forward shot leg, and getting those two players out with Warner with a slip and Williamson with a forward shot leg. So that would definitely be in your mind. You could actually close your eyes and visualize it right now if you want before you give your predictions for the game.
When you said that, my mind went back to the last Australia tour of India. Remember Ashwin getting them out like that? I don't know. I mean, yeah, you always expect, right? So, I have, unfortunately, the way Delhi has played, I don't have that high hopes from Delhi, because it's almost like they just go and surrender against teams. But I don't know. I think they have to go brave. I think Delhi Capitals have to go brave. As Akshay said, they have to make changes. I agree. There is a philosophy saying ki, you die if you sail with this ship, you die with the ship, right? I mean, but yeah, you don't always have to die. Sometimes you can survive, right? So
Yeah.
it's just give a shot to other combinations. I think Sunrisers Hyderabad, just like against Bangalore, they are the overwhelming favorites again.
Yeah.
If Delhi has to win, they have to play out of their skins. My only worry with Delhi is I don't think they can put two very, very good performances back to back. For me, I think if Delhi wins this match, I think title goes to Mumbai again.
I definitely for that very reason hoped as a Mumbai fan that Delhi wins, that we play Delhi, who are pretty much we know how to beat them.
Delhi are like
Yeah.
Mumbai's bunnies, right? Like
Yeah.
हाथ से chocolate छीन के एकदम सब कुछ.
Yeah, and then we let them bat first, let them score 100 runs, and we chase it at 15 overs. But yeah, there are stranger things that have happened in cricket. It can always go the reverse way around. So nothing that could change that. And just before we end this video, just wanted to let our audience know it's been the last 2 or 3 seasons that the top two teams have played the final. So you wouldn't really write Delhi Capitals out yet. They have the second
Yeah.
chance because they have been particularly good in the IPL this season. Probably not as good in form as Sunrisers, but Sunrisers, as they come into this game as overwhelming favorites, this promises to be a mouth-watering clash. Thank you to Kushagra and Akash. This was great fun talking to you guys. And our preview for the qualifier 2 between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Delhi Capitals. The match is on Sunday. Don't forget to tune in to the Star Sports at 7:30. And hopefully we will have the best team to play against the best team of the competition on Tuesday. So thank you guys, and thank you for tuning into the Sports Doyen.
दिल ना तोड़ियो दिल्ली.